Hi, I'm Marilyn Wiley, and welcome to another episode of Homesteading with Marilyn. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I just wanted to show you a little box that I keep with me. It will fit right in my back pocket if I'm going someplace. I take one of these with me when I'm horseback riding, or if I'm out on my bicycle, or hiking, or whatever. And you won't believe what I have got in this little tiny container. I got the little tin empty at a yard sale for $1. These make great gifts for your family and friends too. If you can't think of anything else to get them for Christmas, I guarantee you they don't have one of these. If Tom Hanks had had this when he was a castaway on the island, he would have felt like a king. So, you're not going to believe it, but I've got nearly 70 items in here that I don't like to leave home without. And you'll see why in just a moment. So let's open it up and see what's in here. First off, I have a big fat rubber band that keeps the entire thing closed. You could use this for a slingshot if you cut yourself a little fork stick. This can be used as a signal in case you get lost when you're out in the woods and your friends have abandoned you. I keep sugar in here, stevia for those of you that don't want sugar, a little piece of sweet candy, because if you're stranded in your car in a snowstorm and the roads are closed and you're with 500 other people and you get hungry, you might remember you've got something sweet to chew on. I keep medicines in this little bag. I've got 2 Tylenols in here, 2 800 milligram ibuprofens, a Benadryl, a cough drop, and a throat lozenge. I keep a variety of Band-Aids in here. You won't believe how often I'm out horseback riding, somebody gets a little scratch, and they ask, does anybody have a Band-Aid? Yes, I have Band-Aids. I keep a pocket knife in here. Although I always keep a pocket knife on me, I always have an extra, because 2 is 1, 1 is none. Matches. A little bar of soap. Tweezers. If you ever get a splinter in you when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you can't get it, you're going to love these things. This is a pencil. Wrapped around it is a yard of duct tape. Right inside the duct tape is a needle that is already pre-threaded with a foot of black thread. 2 bouillon cubes. I'll show you how we're going to use those later. Chapstick. Q-tips. A little push pin in case I want to stick a note in a tree or something. Bag of tea. I have 2 or 3 types of safety pins with me in case something breaks, I can put it together. It's a cough drop. Fingernail clippers. I remember a time I had to cut a serpentine belt off of my idler pulley because I was stranded on the side of the road. I used a eyebrow pencil sharpener. It was the only thing I had in the truck that had a blade on it I could cut. So I'm planning ahead now, so I didn't have to stay overnight on the side of a road waiting for a tow truck. Got a paper clip, a gauze sponge, 3 different types of nails. Where's my other one? Right here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a minute. A screwdriver, a larger Band-Aid in case somebody really scrapes something, a drinking straw. You're going to say, what are you going to do with that? You have your soda pop with you. Well, if I'm out horseback riding, I'm out of water, and I have been in this situation, and in Arizona we have these big boulder rocks, and way down there in the crack of the rock is some fresh water. I can get to it with this. This is a little product called Tender Skin. It is a tape that I use when I get cold cracks on my finger, and this is awesome. You should always have some of this with you. I've got some picture hanging wire here, quite a bit of it. Enough change to buy a soda pop if I can get to it with a machine. Some rubber bands, tie your hair back if you have long hair, guys or girls. Alcohol swabs. A plastic bag. A Ziploc. a non-adhesive dressing, a razor blade, single edge, toothpicks, a hairpin. That little pencil I've got, I can leave a note for somebody pinned to a tree. I've got a little empty card here. A piece of foil. This is quite large, so I'll fold it up. And in case of emergency, I keep a little bit of cash in here too. And the tin. Now with this tin, I can find a rock anywhere in Arizona. Arizona is short for leftover rocks. And I will take this nail and put a hole right here, kind of in the top of my tin on 4 sides. I will take my wire and make a hanger out of it. I can boil my water in here then, and I can either make some tea, or if I get really hungry, I'll throw a bouillon cube in here, and I've got soup ready to go. This can also be used for dipping out water. These are really handy to have. Now you don't have to have a tin as small as these. You can get any kind of shaped one. I keep one in the car. There's one in my saddlebags. I try to keep one with me when I'm out in the middle of nowhere all the time. There's some other things if you might want to put in here would be a lighter if you don't want to use the matches. Medications that are pertaining to you. Electrolyte tablets if you can find them in case someone gets dehydrated. Little tiny scissors. I don't have my salt and pepper in here right now, little tiny packets that you get at the fast food supply or stores. A paper with phone numbers of the people that you might need to call if your phone is not working, because if you're like me, you don't remember everybody's phone number anymore. And let's see, you can get some of these things at thrift stores. Just keep your eye open for them. You can get them for next to nothing. You get the little tins at yard sales or thrift stores and put one together, keep it with you. You can always get a larger tin and keep other items with you, just make it personal. So I hope this was helpful today, and I hope you never have to use anything in it, but I bet you might. Thanks for watching.